My name is Joe Cavallo. I'm a member of the Citizens for the Common Good, a local anti-casino group, and also repeal the casino deal on the statewide level. We don't have to guess what casinos will do to Massachusetts. The evidence is clear. Casinos hurt the economy, destroy communities, and grow inequality. Casinos hurt the economy. Median family income drops as much as $20,000 per year. Home values decline 20%. Foreclosures skyrocket. Casinos are part of a corrupt industry. Regions with casinos have the highest rates of public corruption in the nation. Casinos create crime. Embezzlement, robbery, DUI, assault, and domestic violence rates spike overnight and continue to rise over time. In Connecticut, robberies increased 130% and DUIs doubled in 5 years. Prostitution and sex trafficking rise. Casinos lead to addiction. Gambling addiction is an illness that destroys families and communities. Addiction rates double within a 10-mile radius of a casino. Casino employees are the most likely to become problem gamblers. And if I could add that actually casinos rely on about 85% of their profits to come from 15% of the gamblers, which is an inequity, obviously, which makes sense. The real people with gambling problems are the ones that they get the most money from. The industry promises much-needed jobs, but in reality, casinos destroy jobs. Casinos hurt small business. By competing for consumers' disposable income, casinos cost one job per slot machine and drive away local business, as we saw in Connecticut. Right outside of Foxwoods, a lot of the locally owned restaurants are no longer in existence. Casinos hire only a fraction of their employees from local communities. In Springfield, MGM has promised only 35% of jobs for Springfield residents. And just as an aside also, the day before CEO Scott Butera came to Fall River to make a pitch for Foxwoods here, they laid off 65 people. And later on, they laid off nearly another 100. So the casino industry is in trouble. This is why they're reaching out to other states as well. People lucky enough to be hired earn on average $20,000 per year, below the federal poverty line for a family. Casinos divert money from existing revenue sources, like the lottery. Casinos add huge costs to the state: public safety to stop additional crime, mental health care to combat addiction, unemployment services for the jobs lost. One of the other things that happens with casinos is, as was pointed out in a Boston Globe article in February of this year, once you owe money to a casino, they will put a lien on your home. There are 16 people in Rhode Island who have liens on their homes as a result of incurring debts at Foxwoods. Some of the other things that happen in Bangor, Maine, which got a casino, and within 1 year, the crime rate increased 22%. In Foxwoods, they now have the highest DUI rate in the state of Connecticut. Traffic and litter has increased. They went from 1 resident state trooper to 3 resident state troopers. They've closed 2 houses of prostitution. The area has the highest Gamblers Anonymous rate in the state of Connecticut. It's just a no-win situation. Please vote yes on question 3. It's imperative that we stop these absolutely terrible casinos from coming into Massachusetts. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jim Pimentel. I'm a vice president and organizer for the Bricklayers Union, as well as an officer for the Greater Southeastern Mass Central Labor Council and the Southeastern Mass Building Trades Council. I was born and raised in Fall River, currently reside in Somerset, and I'm here to ask you to vote no on question 3 on November 4th. So what is question 3, and why should you vote no? Question 3 would repeal gaming legislation that has already been enacted into law and is already on the books. Vote no on 3 for the jobs. The law as it stands allows for the creation of 3 resort-style casinos and 1 slots parlor spread throughout Massachusetts. The construction and operation of these facilities is expected to create 6,500 construction jobs and 10,000 permanent jobs. Already, hundreds of construction workers are hard at work building the slots parlor in Plainville. Additionally, in recent months, licenses have been granted to build resort casinos in the cities of Springfield and Everett, and 1 final license will be granted to build a resort casino in southeastern Mass. Vote no on 3 for the wages and benefits these jobs will produce. Gaming jobs in Massachusetts will carry an average compensation of around $45,000 a year, including benefits. While Massachusetts has diversified its economy over the years, there are still too many in gateway cities like Fall River that lost decent jobs in places like Durrow, Quaker Fabric, and Globe Manufacturing, and who are now struggling to get by on minimum wage. The jobs the gaming industry will provide simply offer good wages and benefits for a hard day's work. Vote no on 3 and protect local autonomy. Voters in Everett, Plainfield, Revere, and Springfield have already voted in favor of hosting a gaming facility and for the jobs and opportunity that come with one. As a condition of being licensed, each of these casino firms have made commitments to hire local workers, buy from local vendors, and make broader investments in the community. Also, agreements are in place that will direct payments totaling over $50 million to communities within close proximity to the resort casinos. Vote no on 3 to keep our money here. Over the past decade, Massachusetts residents have spent on average nearly $1 billion annually at casinos in Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Maine, the 3 New England states that already allow gaming. Our state is New England's single largest contributor to gaming revenues and tax dollars, even though we have no casino. We spend it all out of state. Vote no on 3 for the revenues. The creation and operation of these facilities will generate approximately $250 million in licensing fees and more than $400 million annually in revenues to the Commonwealth, its cities and towns. That's tax revenue that can be used to help keep cops on the beat, firemen ready to respond, teachers in the classroom, and repair our infrastructure. A couple of other things to consider when casting your vote. Unlike some other industries, not 1 dime of taxpayer dollars is being used to subsidize the creation and operation of these facilities. And wherever the 3rd license is granted for a resort casino in southeastern Mass, the voters of that community will ultimately decide whether or not they want it. These are just a few of the reasons the gaming bill was passed in the first place and why it shouldn't be repealed. Please remember to vote no on 3 on November 4th and protect Massachusetts jobs. Visit protectmassjobs.com for more information.